You're not just a viewer, you're part of the story.
A magical tale of wonder, kindness, and choice. When something terrible happens on an ice arena in Siberia, two young heroes, Lutzi and Kale, make a decision that will change the fate of an entire world. They rescue an egg filled with ancient magic and escape through a portal back to Burlington, their hometown, where a new chapter of this story begins. The egg is lost, and it is Mark, a dreamy boy from Pine Glen, who finds it. He has no idea that he has just become part of a great prophecy. Hard on Ice is a story of courage, childlike wisdom, and the power of friendship that connects entire worlds. Chronicles of Burlington, Book 1, Heart on Ice, Flash of Memory, Prologue.
Deep beneath the earth, hidden from all living things, stretched an ancient ice cave. Its vaulted ceilings vanished into darkness like a forsaken temple, forgotten by all worlds. The ceiling was studded with thousands of frozen tears, thin glassy icicles hanging like the fangs of a snow bee's. No light dared to enter this place. Even magic itself recoiled, as if fearing to shatter the ancient stillness. There was no wind, no sound, no time, only cold, dense, sentient, wrapping everything like a shroud of forgotten dreams. This ice was not merely frozen water. It breathed, it watched, it carried a will older than memory. Even droplets that broke free from the icicles froze mid-air, as if afraid to fall. The silence was absolute, not the kind that comes before a storm, but the kind that follows after death. The cave seemed to be holding its breath, lying in wait for the one who would awaken. At the center of the frozen hall, upon the fragile surface of ancient ice, he lay, Kyle. His body seemed fused with the ice, heavy, motionless, untouched by time. His face bore a trace of unease, as if he sensed he was not alone. In his eyes, despair, frozen like the ice around him, and beneath it a smoldering rage, a fire that refused to die. He was breathing, rarely, heavily. The fire in his chest had nearly gone out. He didn't move. He opened his eyes slightly. Everything trembled, as if he were looking through ice, or a dream. In the depths of the cave, within the shards of eternal ice, shapes began to emerge. One had wings and horns. Another held a magical staff. One was just a child. They were motionless, like a dream, like a spell. He recognized them, but he couldn't tell. Were they truly there or just figments of his imagination? He closed his eyes once more and sank back into the void. The world around him returned to its near-dead state, just like him. There was no place more fitting to reflect his condition. They had become one. The once mighty demon warrior and the majestic ice cave, like an ancient tomb, shielding him from everything and holding him in place, as if it feared he might awaken. But suddenly, footsteps, heavy, dull, measured, like the heartbeat of a colossal beast. And behind them, a second rhythm, lighter but no less terrifying, as if authority itself was walking through the ice. Kyle tried to open his eyes to see who dared disturb his rest. The footsteps drew closer. Unhurried, steady, certain.
There were two of them,
Kale thought. And then, battle. At first, just an echo, clashing steel, a cry, a screech, as if, somewhere in another part of the hall, phantom warriors were fighting. Unaware they had long been dead, Kyle froze. He could feel it. They were coming. And then, light. They came, two of them. The first, majestic and free like the wind, an eagle. The second, raw strength and power, a massive brown bear in black and yellow armor. There was resolve in his eyes. He stood like a chieftain of an ancient tribe, like a beast that does not fear pain. Kale couldn't see his eyes, but he felt them, a gaze from which even dreams would flee. Everything froze. Kale lay between them, not knowing whose judgment would come first. He wants to rise, to strike at them, but his body won't obey. He looks at them with both fury and fear, as if he knows them, but can't remember from where. And suddenly, darkness. Consciousness slips through his fingers like water. He falls back into himself once more, and remembers.